Hello engineers, welcome back to Engineering Design Simplified. If you want to learn more about how to analyze mechanisms using analytical method, please subscribe to my channel and press that bell button so that you will be notified when I upload a new video. In this video, I am going to discuss position and displacement analysis of inclined offset slider crank mechanism using analytical method. Today's content is requested by Hashim Khan. There are two types of offset slider crank mechanisms. First type is where the offset is above the center of the crank, and second is where the offset is below the center of the crank. But in today's video I am going to discuss about this mechanism. In the next video I will discuss this. In this first type of offset slider crank mechanism, the slider is at an offset of E from the center of the crank above the center of the crank. So this link is crank L2, length is L2, and angle between horizontal and this link is theta 2, and this link is coupler and its length is L3, and angle between coupler and horizontal is theta 3. So this inclination we call that theta 4, that is from horizontal, and this slider position is L4 from the center of the crank. Let us see in the coming slides how to derive equations, and later we solve a problem. Now let us draw a line joining slider center and crank center, and angle between this link L2 and this line is theta 2 prime. Let us call that angle between horizontal and the inclination is theta 4, and angle between crank and horizontal is theta 2. So this theta 2 prime can be written as theta 4 minus theta 2. Similarly, let us draw again another line parallel to the inclination. So here this angle between horizontal and coupler link is theta 3, and angle between horizontal and this line that is parallel to the inclination is theta 4. Let us call this angle between these two lines is theta 3 prime. So theta 3 prime can be written as theta 3 minus theta 4. Let us call this horizontal axis is x-axis and vertical axis y-axis. So this inclined axis is x prime axis. Similarly, this line perpendicular to this axis is y prime axis. Now let us write displacement equations along x prime axis. So along x prime axis we have L2 cos theta 2 prime, that is this length, plus L3 cos theta 3 prime, that is this length, equal to L4. So here I have used plus because in the first quadrant cos theta 2 prime will be positive, in the second quadrant it will be negative. So this will take care of the sign. Now from this L4 can be written as L4 equal to L2 cos theta 4 minus theta 2. So in the previous slide we have seen theta 2 prime is theta 4 minus theta 2, plus L3 cos theta 3 minus theta 4. Again we have seen in the previous slide theta 3 prime equal to theta 3 minus theta 4. Now let us write displacement equations along y prime axis. Along y prime axis we have L2 sin theta 2 prime, that is this height, equal to E, that is offset, plus L3 sin theta 3 prime, that is this height. So now let us simplify this second equation. So from this theta 3 prime can be written as theta 3 prime equal to sine inverse L2 sin theta 2 prime minus E by L3. So we know that theta 3 prime equal to theta 3 minus theta 4. Similarly, theta 2 prime equal to theta 4 minus theta 2. After substituting that, theta 3 minus theta 4 equal to sine inverse L2 sin theta 4 minus theta 2 minus E by L3. So theta 3 can be written as theta 3 equal to theta 4 plus sine inverse L2 sin theta 4 minus theta 2 minus E by L3. So this is the equation to find theta 3. Now let us see maximum position of the slider. Maximum position of the slider will occur when L3 and L2 come in line like shown in figure here. So this line is L3 plus L2, and this is the maximum position of the slider. We call that C prime, and we form a triangle, right angle triangle here, A, E prime and C prime. So in this triangle we have this length L2 plus L3 plus L2, and this length is E offset, and this angle or this angle, let us call that alpha 1. So from this right angle triangle A E prime C prime, so L4 max, that is from here to here up to E prime, C prime to E prime, can be written as L4 max equal to square root of L3 plus L2 square minus E square. And alpha 1 can be found as alpha 1 equal to sine inverse E by L3 plus L2. So from this figure, theta 2 minimum, the minimum position of the crank theta 2 minimum, can be written as theta 4 minus alpha 1. Now let us see minimum position of the slider, that is L4 minimum. So L4 minimum will occur when L2 is turning to this angle, this position, and L2 and L3 coming in line as shown in figure. So in this position, this length from C prime to A can be written as L3 minus L2, and this height is E offset from A to E prime. So minimum position L4 minimum is from C prime to E prime. So in this here we form again a right angle triangle A, C prime and E prime. So let us call this angle or this angle alpha 2. So from C prime to E prime, the L4 minimum can be written as L4 minimum equal to square root of L3 minus L2 square minus E square. So alpha 2, so this is alpha 2. Alpha 2 can be written as sine inverse E by L3 minus L2. So in this position, theta 2 max, that is theta 2 is going to be maximum. So theta 2 max can be written as theta 4, that is this angle from here to here and from here to here, minus alpha 2 plus 180 from here to here. After having derived all the necessary equations, now let us solve a problem. In this problem, we are taking L2, that is a crank length 480 millimeter, L3 coupler length 1600 millimeter, theta 4, angle between horizontal and inclination is 135 degree, and offset E is 100 millimeter. So in this spreadsheet, we have written theta 2 from 0 to 360 at an interval of 15 degrees, and this column, in this column we have calculated theta 3 from the equation discussed in the previous slides. Similarly, in this column L4 is calculated. So here this L4 max is 2077.59 and L4 minimum 1115.53 millimeter, and alpha is 2.76 degrees, alpha 1 is 2.76 degrees, alpha 2 5.12 degrees, theta 2 minimum is 132.24 degrees, theta 2 maximum is 309.88 degrees. So these values, these two values, theta 2 minimum and theta 2 max, are inserted here. So at this position, you can see that L4 max and L4 minimum are calculated. So this column represents slider displacement. Slider displacement, we have taken L4 minimum, that is the minimum nearest position of the slider from the crank center, is taken as 0. Displacement is 0 here. So the displacement is calculated from L4 at any given angle minus this L4 minimum. So these are the displacement values from 0 to 360. In the coming slides, let us see the graphs. In this graph, plotted theta 2 versus theta 3. Theta 2 along horizontal 0 to 360 degrees, along vertical theta 3. So this is the graph theta 2 versus theta 3. So between 30 and 60 degrees, theta 3 reaches some maximum value, and similarly between 210 and 240 degrees it will reach minimum value. In this graph, plotted theta 2 versus L4, theta 2 along horizontal and L4 along vertical. So at 132.24 degrees, that is, you can see here L4 is going to be maximum, and at 309.88 degrees L4 is going to be minimum. So similarly in this graph, plotted theta 2 versus slider displacement. Similarly, slider displacement is going to be maximum at theta 2 minimum, that is 132.24 degrees, and theta 2 slider displacement is going to be 0 when theta 2 is theta 2 max, that is 309.88 degrees. That's all for today's video. If you like this content, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.